Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you all the perfumes that I wore for the week, and it was an exciting week of perfume adventures, which I can't wait to share with you. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just go ahead, hit that button, join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And for all of you that just keep coming back, thank you so much. Thank you for spending your time with me. I greatly appreciate it. And let's get into this. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you kind of the individual perfumes that I have for you, and then I wanna share with you my perfume adventure where I kind of just started experimenting and going a little bit crazy, and it was really fun. So let's start with the first fragrance I tried, and that was BDK's Pas Ce Soir. Now, this is gorgeous. Like, I love it. Now, some people, like I was reading on Fragrantica, and some people say that it smells a lot like a couple different Ralph Lauren fragrances. If it does, I want to get those Ralph Lauren fragrances because this is really gorgeous. This has been hyped up on YouTube for a long time, but I've never tried it. I think it's one of Demi Rawlings' favorite fragrances. And I totally understand why. It's like fresh yet classy. There's a sweetness to it coming from some quince in there, but it's just a really, really beautiful fragrance. It's not like it's some outstanding, like, oh my goodness, I've never smelled anything like it type fragrance, but it smells like a quality fruity floral. So it has ginger, mandarin, orange, and pink pepper in the opening. Then it has quince, Moroccan jasmine, and orange blossom in the middle notes. Definitely am getting that kind of fruity, kind of juicy opening. It's not like it's overly sweet, but there is a beautiful sweetness in there that's balanced with those florals. The florals are not the standout to me. Orange blossom I definitely normally recognize, and it's not like it's majorly standing out in this. So the florals are definitely kind of taking second stage to the like kind of sweetness of those fruits. And then the base is cashmeran, amberwood, and patchouli. There is a woody component to this one, and more so as it dries down. It definitely morphs and you get that little bit of woodiness. I think it's really beautiful. It's a little bit different. I really love the way the pepper and the ginger work in this. So I just think it's gorgeous. This is definitely going on my wish list. Yeah, super classy, smells luxurious, but now I really want to try the Ralph Lauren ones to see if they actually do compare. Because if they do, I'd rather buy something a little bit more affordable. But this is beautiful, and you know what? I just love these BDK bottles. I don't know why, but the fact that the label goes sideways makes me really happy. Anyway, great fragrance. Okay, the next fragrance that I tried, which I was so excited to pull out because I haven't smelt it in so long or haven't worn it. Well, I hadn't actually smelt it either. Jasmine Wisp! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this. It is just a mosh of notes. Like, there's so many different things in this, from fruity to floral to woody. I don't even know how to describe this other than it's just a bombastic kind of fruity in-your-face fragrance that makes me so happy. It's so cheery, it's so energetic, so uplifting. It's definitely loud, so you've kind of got to go a little bit easy on this one. That said, I usually go ham, and what? Oh no, I still have half left. So this one, I just love it. It just, every time I smell it, it makes me happy. It puts a smile on my face. I don't know if it's because it reminds me, like, seriously, this one's obnoxious. Like, it's that kind of fragrance, but I just absolutely love it. Now, interestingly, this doesn't have any actual jasmine in it. I think it has white florals. So obviously jasmine would probably be included, but I just think it's hilarious that it was named after jasmine and there's not actual jasmine listed in the notes. That said, really fun, energizing. It always puts me in a good mood, super uplifting. So whenever I want to boost, I reach for Jasmine Wisp. The next fragrance that I tried was from Les Fleurs du Golfe, and it is called Extreme Vanilla. Yeah, Extreme Vanilla. So this one, as the name would indicate, It's majorly vanillic, but that's not all it is. So it's not what I would consider vanilla. There's a lot more going on there. It's really, really beautiful. It's got some bergamot in the opening, which kind of gives it a little bit of brightness to begin with. There's just exotic floral notes in it. That's all that's listed. And then the base is vanilla and amber. And I definitely, honestly, get way more of that amber. So honestly, this kind of reminded me of Olympia Intense, minus the salt, and add a little bit of bergamot and floral in it. So that amber note was really, really similar. I prefer Olympia Intense as far as a straight up amber is concerned, like an amber vanilla. I would definitely go for Olympia Intense first. Although this one is rather interesting, it didn't really do anything for me. That said, I got a compliment, and okay, so very little in here. I didn't spray a whole lot on myself, and I went to the chiropractor, and there was a plexiglass thing separating me and the secretary, and she actually could smell my perfume. So this is a massive projector, and it had already been on for about 5 hours when she smelled it. So this thing has some really decent longevity. So if you're in the market for a vanilla amber fragrance, definitely this would be a great contender, especially if you don't like salt in your fragrance, like in Olympia Intense. This one is really, really quite gorgeous. Those were the first fragrances that I wore, and then my fragrance adventure began. The catalyst for this fragrance adventure was Midnight Amber Glow by Bath & Body Works. I'm in love with this lotion. I think it's half gone because I just keep on slathering myself in it. It's got some caramel and some coffee in it. And then there's amber in there. It just smells freaking delicious. It says it has smooth amber, caramel latte, and vanilla bourbon in it. It's not too sweet because of that caramel latte in there. I'm scared I'm gonna get it on my nose, but seriously, I just keep slathering myself in this because it smells so delectable. But this is an amazing base for so many phenomenal fragrances in the fall. So the first thing that I did was I sprayed it with this. So I mixed these two together. Oh, this is in the wrong bottle. This is the only one by Dolce & Gabbana. So this one has, it's got the floral notes. It's sweet, it's vanillic, but it's also got this hint of coffee in it. So delicious, like caramel coffee fragrance. These paired together are absolutely amazing. So this kind of amped up the coffee in this and just made it smell super kind of rich, decadent, delicious, very cozy. So love this, and sexy. So loved this combo. Okay, then I thought, okay, this has caramel in it. What else has caramel? L'Extase by Nina Ricci. So this one's definitely more rose centric. So the rose is pretty prominent in this, and it's a bit of a, like there's a bit of a powder to this rose, but it also has this caramel note. So I thought, I'm gonna try pair these together. Oh my goodness, what an amazing combination. So where the only one by Dolce & Gabbana, I'm getting kind of excited, where the only one by Dolce & Gabbana is a lot more kind of cozy, warm, sexy. This is somehow a little bit like provocative sexy. The rose with this lotion, somehow it just smelled like, like you want a little bit of action. Just put this on, like just try it, because it was really somehow uber sexy and feminine with that hint of rose mixed in there. Yum! It was so good, so highly recommend this as well. Next one was We Plus. Now this on its own is amazing. This paired with this, just phenomenal. We Plus, it smells like a s'more, but it's so much more. So I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but I'm so happy it did. Smells like a s'more, but so much more. Seriously, this has coffee in it, and it is so delicious. The black coffee kind of just grounds the whole thing and keeps it from getting too sweet. The coffee kind of gives it a slightly boozy vibe, so it'd be like somehow an intoxicated, like I just think of like if there was such thing as a drunken s'more. That's what this would smell like a little bit. like a coffee Kahlua somehow s'more. So good. Now the cool thing about this one is you get lots of that chocolate, lots of the coffee, lots of that marshmallow with a hint of graham wafer. But this thing is going to last you all day and all night. Like, this is a massive, massive beast as far as a perfumer is concerned. And as it dries down on your skin, thankfully it doesn't become sickeningly sweet or cloying. It just gets more and more kind of sexy with the coffee and the chocolate coming out primarily. So this is a massive, massive winner. And of course, this combination, like, basically you want to sexify anything, just add Midnight Amber Glow, man. Like, this, I want to wear it around my neck. Like, this is the fall lotion of the century. Love it. As I say every time, all the fragrances are linked down below, but I have a Kais coupon code for 20% off. They're affordable as they are, but with that coupon code, it's even better. And I just also want to say, my fragrances are linked down below, but I actually get a commission off of those links, the majority of them. You never are under any obligation to use my links, but it actually does help me out financially to be able to repurchase fragrances. So if you want to support the channel, using those links is a way to do it, but never any pressure to ever to use those links. But I just wanted to like lay it out for you a little bit more specifically. So anyway, We+, amazing. You gotta check out the Kais website if you like foodie type fragrances. They have so many, and they also have amazing body butters. Yeah, I think I need to put it in an order soon. Then I kind of completely lost the plot and went insane and mixed fragrances and lotions. So started with this, put By the Fireplace on, and then put L'Extase on. And this was also kind of a little bit more cozy, a little bit more woody, obviously, with the By the Fireplace, but this was actually a really neat combination as well. The other thing that would be amazing with By the Fireplace is Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, Love Fest by Kayali, or of course something like Cherry Delight or any sort of Lost Cherry knockoff, Cherry Smoothie by Zara. If you have By the Fireplace or something similar, oh my goodness, the cherry with this wood is so delicious. So this became my combo and I loved it. By the Fireplace by Replica, it basically smells like chestnuts roasting on a literal fire that you can smell. You can kind of smell that burning wood. And then you take a marshmallow, stick it in the fire, get it kind of a little bit crackly, golden brown, stick it in your mouth, mixed with that nuttiness is what you get in this fragrance. So this one, last year I was really struggling with the wood aspect. So far I've really enjoyed it. So again, I think my taste has changed a bit. So really enjoy this fragrance. Glad I didn't declutter it. Yeah, being I was on such an adventurous kick, I thought I would pull out Valentino's Donna Born in Roma again. Now, what I found is I wore it to bed and I absolutely loved it. Like, I loved being able to smell it. It smelled delicious on the skin. This one has, I think there's black currant, a little bit of lemon or maybe bergamot, something like that, as well as pink pepper in the opening. So a little bit of a juicy kick, which I absolutely love in that opening. And then the base has, I think there's jasmine and jasmine tea. So like the jasmine, I don't really notice a whole lot of jasmine. What I get mainly is the bourbon vanilla, and I think there's some cashmere and there's some woody component in there with the vanilla. So off the bat, you get this beautiful, juicy, fruity component, and then it starts to get a little bit more vanillic and a little bit more woody. And those floral notes are just kind of supporting, like they don't really stand out. So loved wearing this to bed. So then the next day I thought, oh, I'm going to put it on and just slather myself in it. And unfortunately, I think the biggest issue with this fragrance is that I go anosmic to it. So if my face isn't up like this to it, I don't really notice it. So I definitely liked this fragrance better than I have in the past. So I enjoyed wearing it while I could smell it, but then it just disappears and seemingly becomes a skin scent. And so that doesn't really thrill me. So I still don't know what to do with this one. Does anybody else find that the longevity on this is poor? I'm thinking it's just, I can't smell it after about half an hour. I think that's the issue. So let me know in the comments what you think. And that is it. Those were my amazing fragrances for the week. I loved my adventure with Midnight Amber Glow. Like seriously, I've only got the lotion. I'm definitely buying another one, and I'm gonna buy the shower gel too. I just really love this. What I find, sometimes the fragrances at Bath & Body Works can almost be too sweet and overpowering, and then you can't smell the fragrances. So you gotta be really careful with what you put with a Bath & Body Works lotion. This one, I feel like it's not, like there's no fruitiness in it. Whereas Into the Night has a lot of fruit in it. I still like that fragrance a lot. And I don't like straight up vanilla lotion. So this one is such a beautiful option if you like kind of some sort of like base type lotion that's going to work well with a bunch of different fragrances. This is great. And yeah, whoa, okay, Disaster Central. Anyway, the fragrances worked out really good for me this week. The standout was my freaking awesome lotion paired with The Only One and definitely L'Extase, these two. Oh my goodness, like sexy all the way, like big time, freaking sexy, loved it. And I also really enjoyed wearing Pas Ce Soir. The letdown was that extreme vanilla because it was too ambery for me. So anyway, that's it. I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.